31 degrees, it doesn't melt. But at 32 degrees, it melts. A lot of motherfuckers, they work hard and they relax. I work hard and think, how can I go harder? This doesn't feel like enough. I am becoming a 1% man. This is the journey I choose. I'm signing my life off to it. God, give me whatever you got, and I'm taking it to the chin. Love the process. Love the uncomfortability. Love the pain. And everything will change. It'll be impossible for you to give up, because what you got to understand, embracing that pain, embracing that uncomfortability, and put it in the work on a day-to-day basis, regardless of how you fucking feel, is how you get the results. So if you fall in love with that, my nigga, guess what? Ding, ding, ding. You'll fall in love with the results, because they're bound to come. YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Cry. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Cry. Today we got a great one! I'm gonna share with you guys the 4 pillars of relentlessness, right? There's a lot of times in my journey where I wanted to give up. There's a lot of times in my journey where I did give up, right? But if it wasn't for these 4 pillars I'm gonna share with you today, I would have folded in a lot of other areas that I didn't give up in, right? I made the mistake of quitting with music, right? I made the mistake of quitting with e-commerce, right? Oddly enough, that wasn't my purpose. This was. But even through those times, if I would have known the principles that I'm going to share with you today, I wouldn't have quit. I would have been resilient, right? And these are the same principles I use today to make sure that I don't quit, right? Because I know a lot of guys, we're on our journey, and sometimes we get discouraged, right? We may not be where we want to be, but we might have the habits to get us there, right? So I'm going to share with you how I stayed fucking resilient and became a 1%er, right? So without further ado, I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's get right into it. Number 1, input-based results. I was on a weekly call with one of my brothers, man, and we in the middle of the trenches right now. He's increasing weight on some exercises, ramping up his content, posting more, getting out of his comfort zone with different types of content, right? But he has all the habits of a 1%er. He's doing everything right. He's waking up early, going to work, doing his midday coffee, coming home, doing his deep work, going to sleep, doing it all over again, maximizing his weekends in the trenches. And he's about 6 weeks in, and he's like, damn, Cry, like, I'm doing everything right, but sometimes, like, I overthink, you know, like, I feel like I need to do more. I want it faster, right? I get discouraged at times. Like, what did you do when you were on your journey, when you were a skinny dweeb, and you was putting in all the work, you was waking up early, you was saying no devices, but you weren't seeing the results? Like, what did you do? And I told him I focused on the input-based results. A mistake that I made, fellas, is I was focused on the output-based results. I always say you should have input-based standards, right? Don't say, I want 1 million subscribers. Okay, focus on posting 1 video a day. Focus on posting 3 shorts a day, and you'll get 1 million subscribers, right? But you have to focus on the input. But there's also input results. And I could relate to bro when he said this, because I wanted everything so fast. As men, we all want things so fast, especially in today's climate with social media. Like, we see all these motherfuckers with the physique, we see the motherfuckers with the money, with the chick, with the house, and we want it fast. It's hard to delay your gratification when it's in your fucking face every day. And this was having an effect on me, bro. Every day early in my journey, I can recall every day I'm in the mirror looking at my physique. I'm looking at the scale. I'm looking at my bank account. I'm looking at my views on my music videos. I'm like, fuck, like, I'm doing everything right. I'm putting in the work, and like, where are the results? I was hitting the gym. I was eating correctly. I wasn't fapping, right? I was saying no devices. I was going to sleep on time. I was waking up early, but I was still a dweeb, right? And I was like, bro, this shit is not worth it. What the fuck? But I always say, fellas, I was in that 32 degrees barrier, right? When you put an ice cube in the freezer, I'm gonna keep giving the analogy, right? 10 degrees, it doesn't melt. 20 degrees, it doesn't melt. 29 degrees, it doesn't melt. 31 degrees, it doesn't melt. But at 32 degrees, it melts. So I was in my 0 to 32 degrees. But within that time, one thing that got me to that 0 to 32 degrees is focusing on input-based results. Okay, Cry, what the fuck do you mean by that? Relax, I'm getting there. I wasn't going to the gym last month. Now I am. I wasn't lifting this weight on Bulgarian split squats. Now I am. I couldn't do abs last week. Now I can. It was hard for me to track my macros yesterday. Now I can. Last week I didn't have a nightly routine. Now I do. I used to dread waking up at 4 a.m. Now I do it, right? Although those aren't the long-term output results, I can see progression. That's what I focused on. That's what you must focus on. Because you got to understand, if you focus on the output, you will quit. If you focus on the output, you will fold. If you focus on the output, you will stay a 99% dweeb. You will be a retreater. You will be a drifter, right? But when I saw, like, damn, although I don't have the abs, I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger on a day-to-day basis. Although I don't have the 100K a month in my bank account, each deep work session, I'm getting sharper and sharper and sharper and sharper. Although my mother is still working, I am maximizing my effort 16 hours a day when it used to be only 8 when I was working a 9 to 5. So I see the input-based results. And once you focus on the input-based results, it's impossible not to get the output results, because you're gonna keep progressing and progressing and progressing and progressing, and you're not focused on the output, so you're gonna keep progressing, 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 then boom, you'll get the results, but you're not gonna get the fucking results if that's all you're thinking about, you dweeb. I can assure you, once you focus on the input results, the output results will come. Every fucking day, 1% better. Every fucking day, 1% better. At the end of the year, you're gonna be 365% better. Just focus on today. If you're doing everything correctly, which I know most of you are, on a week-to-week basis at least, you will see input-based results. It will get easier. That is how we evolved as humans. We used to be cavemen. Now we have iPhones. Trial and error. We focused on input-based results. We used to not be able to speak. Now we can, right? A toddler can't walk. As an adult, they can, right? But they weren't thinking when they were a toddler, oh, when am I gonna be able to walk? No, they didn't. They just focused, okay, month 1, I can sit up a little bit. 4 months from now, I can take a couple steps. A year, I can walk. It's the same with your fucking standards, you dweeb. Slow the fuck down, delay your gratification, and focus on input-based results. This changed my life, right? With the smallest things, it doesn't have to be anything major, bro. Literally, if you can do an exercise correctly, that's a win. If you can go a little lower on a push-up, that is a win. If you can say no and not be a fucking people pleaser, that is a win. If you go a day without smoking when you was addicted, that is a win. If you go a week without beating your meat, that is a win. If you are scared to talk to that chick, but you grab your nuts and you go do it, even if she says no, that is a win. How is that a win, Cry? Because you used to not be able to do it, and you fucking did. Celebrate yourself, and the output will come, I can assure you. Number 2, I reshifted my dopamine. This is a huge one. Last week, you guys know I went live every day. I didn't record any videos, and the reason being is because I had to focus on a high leverage task that was just as, if not more important than recording a video, believe it or not. So I had to say, okay, let me focus on that in the morning, and then instead of posting a video so I can still stay consistent and not be a dweeb, I'll do a live in the evening, right? But even within doing this, fellas, I didn't feel right. Like, every day I did everything I was supposed to do. I did the deep work block in the morning. I worked with my brothers in 1% Academy in the afternoon. I was going to the gym. Then I did the lives at night. I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing, but I was just like, nah, like it seemed too easy. I don't know if it was because I didn't have to edit the lives. I don't know if it was because I didn't have to script out the videos. I don't know what it was, but I didn't feel like myself. I felt weird. And it's because I reshifted my dopamine, fellas. When I was early in my journey, my dopamine was results, 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 results. Where are they? I need them now. Now it's like grind, process, inputs. What can I do more of? I want more pain, right? Once you in that motherfucking spot, it's impossible to fold. It's impossible to be a 99% dweeb, because I love the pain. A lot of motherfuckers don't love the pain. They just love the success. And that's why when a lot of motherfuckers get it, they get comfortable. I don't get comfortable. I made the most money I ever made in my fucking life last month, and I'm going harder. Let's turn it up a notch this month, right? I'm in the best shape of my life, but I'm seeking more pain. How can I increase weight? How can I do more reps? How can I go longer with abs? How can I be even more enticing with my diet? How? Right? That's what I'm thinking about on a day-to-day basis. When I was doing these lives, it didn't feel right. Like a lot of motherfuckers, they work hard and they relax. I work hard and think, how can I go harder? This doesn't feel like enough. It's a difference. But it wasn't a difference until I reshifted my dopamine. I was talking to my guy, Chris, yesterday about the same thing. When you're in the beginning of your journey and you're going to the gym, it feels weird because your dopamine is used to not going to the gym. But for my fellas going to the gym, you know, once you in that motherfucker, it feels weird not going to the gym, right? Like even on my rest days, I'm like, man, what the fuck? Like I'd be a little bit more stressed. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be a little bit more brain fogged. I don't be in a high frequency mood as I would if I went to the gym, right? And it's because I reshifted my dopamine. I now find fun. I now get joy in a lot of the things that motherfuckers don't. Jackpot. That's when you're a 1%er. When the hard things become easy, or at least the hard things to most motherfuckers, that's when you become one of the ones. I can assure you, but you gotta reshift your dopamine. You must understand, when you accept the fact, when you look in the mirror and say, okay, I am becoming a 1% man. This is the journey I choose. I'm signing my life off to it. God, give me whatever you got, and I'm taking it to the chin. Once you accept that, you must understand, you're going to be in journey mode the majority of the time, but that's the beauty of it. I know 100K a month is coming. I know I'm gonna retire my mom. I know that I'm gonna pull up in that Lamborghini Urus, and I know all my old hoes are gonna be like, oh my God, I lost the best thing that happened to me. I know it's gonna happen, but I'm not focused on that. I love the grind. I love waking up at 4 a.m. feeling like my eyes about to pop out and got to drink a Celsius. I love going to sleep at 10 p.m. like, damn, I got to do it all over fucking again. I love lifting all that weight in the fucking gym. I love getting all my brother's results. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is what I find joy in. That is where I feel fulfilled in. But you have to reshift your dopamine. This comes with reps and reps and reps and reps. Right? Love the process, love the uncomfortability, love the pain, and everything will change. It'll be impossible for you to give up, because what you got to understand, embracing that pain, embracing that uncomfortability, and put it in the work on a day-to-day basis, regardless of how you fucking feel, is how you get the results. So if you fall in love with that, my nigga, guess what? Ding, ding, ding. You'll fall in love with the results, because they're bound to come. I can assure you. I keep saying it. I've never seen a motherfucker put they all into something on a daily basis, full effort, full focus, and not get there. I've never seen it, right? The issue is you're not putting in full focus. You're not putting in full effort. You're focused on the results. Slow the fuck down, please. It's coming, but love the grind, and it'll come faster. I cannot relax and be comfortable and take my foot off the gas. I'm gonna be grinding like this till I'm 80. I'm gonna be hustling till I'm 80. Even if it's like, oh, I gotta be the best granddad. Like, I'm gonna do that. That's me. Right? That has to become you, but you must reshift your dopamine, you dweeb. Because I refuse to be on my deathbed saying, damn, I was so focused on the results, I got caught in the gulag and I took normal amounts of action. Then I became a retreater and I also did nothing. I was a drifter. I refuse. I want to be on my fucking deathbed and say, I went through so much motherfucking pain on a day-to-day basis, and now I can lay here with pleasure. I retired my mother. I created a life of abundance for my kids. I changed men's lives, and I put God first through it all. That's what I want. Not even, fuck what I want. That's what I'm going to have. I can assure you. But it's only because I reshifted my dopamine, and I love the work. I love it. Do you? If you don't, fix it immediately, you dweeb. Number 3, inspiration over jealousy. Dweeb Cry used to be jealous of others. I used to be very envious of others' success and others' results. Getting jealous and envious of other people's results, it's not only dweeb behavior, but it will also cause you to get discouraged. It will also cause you to quit. If you're a skinny dweeb or you're a fat fuck and you keep looking at me posting every day in the gym getting jealous, you're more likely to quit. And the issue with it is, you think you're the only motherfucker working hard. That was me. I was jealous of these motherfuckers because I thought I was putting in the right amount of work to have the success they had. But I wasn't. I was taking normal amounts of action, and then motherfucker was taking massive amounts of action. But just because I didn't see it, I was jealous, right? But behind closed doors, they was putting in that work, right? You don't know what motherfuckers put in to get to where they at. Right? Y'all see me up here, I go to the gym, I got a nice physique, I come up here and speak with confidence, but don't understand the work that it took to get here. Don't understand days where I came up here and was fumbling my words. Don't understand the days where I went to the gym and didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Don't understand the days when it was leg day and I had to lay out on the fucking ground because I was about to throw up. Don't understand the days when I had to hit my macros and I stuffed my fucking face. Y'all didn't see that shit. Right? So stop being jealous of motherfuckers. You must understand, if somebody is farther than you, if somebody has the results you want, if somebody has the success that you want them to obtain, all that means is they went through more pain. All that means is they went harder. All that means is they did what you fucking dweeb, don't want to do on a day-to-day basis, consistently, relentlessly. That's all it means. They failed more times than you. Their failure resume is longer than yours. So stop being a jealous dweeb. You just didn't put in the work that they did. I can assure you, or you would have the results that they have. I promise. They're not better than you because they're successful, but they are successful because they're better than you. Let me say it again for the dweebs in the back. They're not better than you because they're successful. They're successful because they're better than you. Cry. What the fuck does that mean? That's a tongue twister. Let me say it for you fucking dweebs in the back, right? That means that they're better than you because they made better choices. They're not better than you because of the results that they have. They're better than you because of the choices they made to get those results. Does that make sense? right? So stop being jealous and be inspired. Stop comparing yourself to others and stay in your fucking lane. Earn your stripes, delay your gratification. It's not your time yet, you dweeb. You can't buy the Louis Vuitton yet. You can't get a 9 or 10 yet. You can't get the Urus yet. You can't get the penthouse yet. Slow the fuck down, please. You haven't put in enough reps yet, brother. How can I expect to have the authority and expect to have the popularity of an Andrew Tate when I haven't put in the reps yet? I haven't. I got 12K subs. There's more work to do. I'm not jealous though, I'm inspired. My mentor is 20 and he made $340,000 last month and drives a Ferrari and squats 400 pounds. Talk about a 1% man, right? I'm not jealous of that nigga. I'm inspired. He bleeds, shits, and pees just like me, right? So I don't think, oh, I'm on the same level as him. No, he put in more work than me, but what I do know is it's possible, right? He bleeds, shits, and pees just like me, so I know if I duplicate that work ethic, if I duplicate that resilience, if I duplicate that discipline, if I duplicate that consistency, I can get there too, right? Which leads me to my next fucking point. Invest in a coach. As men, we are very delusional at times. We are overconfident at times. It's okay to be confident, but be smart within that. You can figure out anything yourself these days. You can. The information is out there. You can figure out anything you want to figure out yourself. But listen here, you fucking dweeb. If I wanted to be a doctor, I'd go to the library and read doctor books for about 15 years. Then I'll probably have the same knowledge of a doctor. What you don't understand is if I would have just invested and went to school for 8 years, I could have been a doctor faster. That's what a lot of motherfuckers want to do. They want to figure out everything yourself. I was trying to figure out everything myself. Maybe that's why I quit music. You never fucking know. If I would have invested in a mentor that was educated in music marketing, I probably wouldn't have quit and I probably would have been a star. But I had too much pride. I had too much ego. I thought I could figure it out myself. And when you think you can figure it out yourself, you will delay the progress, one, or you will quit. I can assure you. And not only did I have too much pride and ego thinking I could do shit myself, but I didn't want to invest. I'm like, 10K for a mentorship. 1K a month. I don't know if I can do that. But I was spending money on subscriptions. But I was taking chicks out every weekend. But I was going out buying drinks. But I was spending money on clothes. I could spend all that money on dumb shit, but couldn't invest in myself. Couldn't speed up the process to make me a 1% man. And when I did, fellas, yes, I paid that lump sum of money, but the knowledge that I received has been priceless. I can take it with me for the rest of my life. Information, real estate. I can make more money off the money I spent to gain that information. That's what a lot of motherfuckers don't understand. They don't even think like that. Poor motherfuckers look at the price. Wealthy motherfuckers look at the value, right? And what you gotta also understand is the hidden cost. I did a consultation call with a guy, right? And he paid $100 to do a consultation call with me to ask me these questions. I'm not seeing no results. What do I do? You fucking dweeb. Why don't you just work with me? The reason he wasn't seeing results is because he's trying to do it himself, but he's not understanding the hidden cost, right? He's not understanding that, damn, if I don't invest in myself, I'm gonna be a fat, unconfident fuck. Damn, if I don't invest in myself, I'm not gonna have the chick that I want. Damn, if I don't invest in myself, I'm gonna have medical bills and be a dweeb, right? Because he wants to figure it out himself. You can't. Matter of fact, you can, but you might not figure it out. It might take 10 years. Success loves speed. You want to move with speed in the input. What is the fastest way to move with speed with the input, Cry? Invest in somebody that went through all the L's, all the trials and tribulations for you so they can teach you so you can be on their level. Period. That is the best way to speed up the process. That is the best way to not quit, right? I can only think trying to figure out this coaching shit by myself. Going through all these trials and tribulations, not having the resource, not having a mentor to be like, damn, I'm dealing with this issue. Can you help me? That's what it's about. Stop thinking you know everything. Stop thinking you're going to figure it out. I can assure you, you're not. A man who thinks he knows everything knows nothing at all. You dweeb. You're not who you think you are yet. You need help. Kill your ego. Put your pride aside. Stop being a penny pincher. Stop. You can waste money on all that other bullshit, but when it comes to investing in your future and speeding up the process and becoming a 1% man, you cannot. My brother Sean is the perfect example. Holy fuck. Brother, I will put the screenshots on the screen. This is Sean when he first came to 1% Academy. This is Sean now. Here's the fucking kicker. Sean hasn't lifted a weight, right? Sean decided to join 1% Academy when he was injured, right? He was like, you know, I'm injured right now. I can't lift weights, but I still want to join right now. I still want to gain the insight from time management and productivity. I still want to gain insight on discipline. I still want to gain insight on nutrition. And I still want to be surrounded by like-minded individuals so I can be the best man I can be. Most men would have said, you know, I can't really work out right now, so there's no point in joining 1A. I'm just going to wait till I'm healthy. And then during this time, I'm going to be a fat fuck, eat what I want, be a 99% dweeb. Then once I'm healthy, I'm still not going to do shit because I wasted all my money on that. Sean didn't. Sean took massive action. Sean had balls that a lot of you motherfuckers don't. And now you can see the results. They speak for themselves, right? But I can only imagine if Sean was like 99% of you dweebs and was like, I'll figure it out myself. I'll try to eat correctly while I recover from this injury. And then once I'm recovered, I'll just do what I want in the gym. I'll figure it out. I'll be a dweeb. No! That is why you're going to quit. That is why you're going to be a drifter. That is why you're not going to reach the pinnacles of success that you can reach in quick increments of time because you want to do it yourself. I was there. Don't make the same mistake I did. And that's why this month, in the month of May, I'm looking for 10 guys who are hungry and ambitious that are looking to elevate their life and take that journey on becoming a 1% man. I will put the link in the description, book a call, and we'll see if you're a good fit. But that is the video for today. These are the 4 pillars of being relentless, which is very important, man, because it's so hard on this journey, man. Like, you're never gonna hear me come up here and say it's easy. You're not. It's very easy to quit. It's very, very easy to give up, and I've been there. Like I just mentioned, I've given up before, right? But I refuse to now, and these are the principles I use to make sure that I don't. So don't just take in the information. Make sure that you apply it. I want all you guys to be great. I come up here and speak with so much passion, not because I'm shitting on y'all. I'm really talking to my younger self, because I was a dweeb. And I don't want you guys to be dweebs. I want you guys to be the best men that you can be. So lock the fuck in and put it into action. I love y'all. Peace.